What is up, everybody? Welcome to the last look for UFC Vegas 27. Really looking forward to this card. We did lose a fight. That's why I'm a little bit late. I had to, take care of some lineups, get some Medeiros and Hadzovic out of there. But yeah, that sucks. Lost a bet. Was really liking that fight for DraftKings as well. Had the under 2.5. I thought I got it at a really good price at plus 140. It closed around like the plus 110, plus 100 range. So beat some linemen on that one. Kind of hurts, but still tons of action for this week. Looking to bounce back from last week. Feeling pretty good about the card, honestly. So what's up, everybody in the chat? If you guys can hit the like, that would be much, much appreciated as always. I'm not sure what they're going to do. Are they going to move the fights back 30 minutes? I don't know, not saying anything, but if so, we can talk for a little bit longer. But yeah, what's up, everybody in the chat? Rob Font by TKO. I'm right there with you. I agree. I was not. I was redoing some lineups there. Edmund by TKO. I hope so. I'm picking Hermanson personally, but I have that under 2.5, so would not mind an Edmund TKO, and plus a ton of them on DraftKings as well. What's up, Deegan? Let's go, my guy. Let's go indeed. MMA Genie, what's up? Genie, how you doing? This week is the comeback. Yeah, it can't be any worse than last week. Definitely coming back this week. Really looking forward to it. What's up, Brady? What's up, Alexander? How you doing? Looking forward to this fight card. Back-to-back shows. I like it. I like it as well. But yeah, really looking forward to the card. During this time, we'll talk some bets. We'll talk some DraftKings. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bets. Was going to have 10, but lost the Medeiros Hadzovic. I did add a little sprinkle for Damir Ismagulov wins by TKO in round 3. Plus 1,100. Just threw a little bit on that. I think, there's a really good chance of finishing the fight. Rafael Alves has never lost by decision. Rafael Alves has cardio issues. Rafael Alves has durability issues. So I think there's a really good chance that this fight does finish one way or another. And I'm kind of liking that third round, 1,100. I got Font and Hermanson plus 550 parlay. Not a bad line there. I'm personally picking them both to win. Let's go, Brady. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Pimpin' ain't easy. You are right. It's not easy. What's up, Matt? Which big underdog is going to pull off the upset? I feel it tonight. I mean, there's got to be at least one, right? There's so many big favorites on this card, and it's like a complete difference from last week when we had no big favorites on the card. But not feeling too confident in Joshua Culibao, mostly because I don't know much about this Zhao Yalan guy. Was able to watch a decent amount of tape, but it's really hard to gauge where he's at with the level of competition. I think Ismagulov gets it done. He's a big favorite. I think Bruno Silva gets it done. He's a big favorite. Ben Rothwell, I think he gets it done, but he's 39 years old. He has not been looking great. You never know, but I do like Ben Rothwell there. So I guess if I had to pick one big favorite to lose, it would be Joshua Culibao. Rafa, not much of a big favorite, but I think he has a good chance of losing as well. But yeah, there probably will be some at least one big upset in the card tonight. What are your thoughts on Garbrandt versus Font fight to not start round 4 at minus 126? I feel like it's someone getting KO before then. Yeah, I think that's a really good line. Really good line. Minus 126. Let's see what it is here. Fight does not start round 4. Minus 175 on other books. So I think you're getting a really good deal there. Yeah, that line sounds pretty good. Minus 126. I'd probably hit that. I think this fight does end within the first couple rounds personally. Especially at that line, I'd take the shot there. What is your ownership projection for Dvorak? Let me just take a look. Have him projected for around 44%. And I have him in about, I didn't go crazy on him, but I have him in about 45% ownership. I didn't want to go crazy on it. I do like some other better plays, but I think he does when I do think he does pretty well. So I'm about right around the field with Dvorak ownership. SD Crusader, let's go. I agree. Culibao will either win by KO or lose by KO. Yeah, interesting. Like the under 2.5 in that fight really caught my eye. Culibao, Zhao Yalan, under 2.5. Like that's plus 165, plus 140, plus 150. It's not horrible. It's just a fight I really don't want to invest any money in. But yeah, the under could be somewhere to look there, especially at plus money. I could see somebody getting finished for sure. Alves might shock here. Looked incredible shape. Yes, he did. And long layoff for the heavy favorite. Yeah, the long layoff is the one thing that concerns me, but I do think they're 2 levels apart. And yeah, he did look in incredible shape. Celebraty's comeback time. Let's go. I agree. It is. Ismagulov is risky just because of the 2.5 year layoff. It was actually 1 year and 8 months. So still a pretty long layoff, though. Concerns with Hermanson and COVID affecting his gas tank. If we're talking gas tanks, I'm more so worried about the Shabazian. But yeah, the COVID thing could be a definitely concern. So on FanDuel a few days ago, yeah, there you go. Nice, really nice line. Madero's fight is off. It is off. That's why I was a little bit late. Had to change some lineups. Sucks. Lost a bet. Lost some DraftKings there, but wasn't really looking forward to the fight that much. I believe Garbrandt's conditioning is still not good. I'm not really concerned about the conditioning. I'm more concerned about the chin. I have a feeling Font will lose. Your last thoughts? I mean, he could. It's just I think someone's getting knocked down in this fight, and one fighter has the chin in this fight. One guy does not. So could he be the first one to knock out Font? Sure, he can. He has a ton of power, but I'm going to go with the guy that has durability. He's never been knocked out, never been knocked down. Favorite captain in DFS? I like Bruno Silva quite a bit. He's probably my favorite play on the entire slate. Most confident two-leg parlay of the night. I like Damir Ismagulov parlay with Bruno Silva. I got it at minus 162. Not sure what it is now, but that's probably my favorite one there. Cody's coming back from COVID. He was bad. He will not be the same. And, a lot of people were really, praising him for his performance last time. I went back and watched it. I was not all that impressed. The dude landed 19 strikes in about 10 minutes of fight time. Yeah, he got that knockout, but his son was like 40 years old just about. So I don't know. I'm a big Cody fan. I'm a big Cody fan. I'm from Ohio myself. But I really like this matchup for Font. Hey, Brady, what's good? What's up, Kyle? How you doing? Hopefully, the fights are great tonight. We already lost one, but it wasn't the best fight in the world. Garbrandt's chin is concerning. I agree. Esparza is the next contender. Maybe we'll find out tonight. Yeah, the Jan Esparza fight's very interesting. I have the fight goes to decision in a parlay. One of the legs hit last night for Bellator, so just need that to hit there, along with Felicia Spencer. But yeah, we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. I think it's a close fight. I think it can go either way. She could be. I agree. The chin is definitely a concern. Esparza does have that veteran experience, and that's kind of what I can see happening. Her taking down Jan. It's frustrating to watch, especially if you are betting the other side, which I'm not, but Esparza probably gets some takedowns. She's going to do nothing with the takedowns. I think it's going to be a fight where we're going to have to, see what the judges think, because I think it's going to go either way. Heard it wasn't Hermanson who got COVID, but someone in his camp. I heard it was Hermanson that got the COVID. I'm not 100% sure. So it was precautionary measure to push it back. Interesting. At least that's what MMA Fighting reported. Yeah, I don't know. I heard it personally that it was Hermanson, but I'm not 100% sure. Blues fan 1700. Appreciate the dono. Super confident Spencer. Worried about Jack. Once again, appreciate the dono there. Yeah, I have Spencer in a parlay. I'm not touching Jack Hermanson. What I did instead was play that under 2.5. I think Edman is very live for that first round knockout. I think if he does not get that first round knockout, I think Hermanson is very live to get takedowns and finish the fight shortly after. So I think the best look is under 2.5. I'm picking Hermanson. I just don't feel overly confident in the pick, but I do like that prop instead. Ismagulov in round 3 prop. Yeah, I took a little small stab on that. 0.25 units. Ismagulov to win by round 3 KO. Plus 1100. Alves, I've seen him knock down a ton. I've seen him finish a ton. The guy's been finished in all 9 of his losses. I think there's a solid chance for a 3rd round finish. Maybe a 2nd round finish as well. Saw an interview with Rafael Alves. He said that this fight is not leaving the 2nd round, which is interesting. And I kind of agree with him. This guy is somebody that is either going to finish you early or he's going to really slow down, gas out, and get finished himself. He's never lost by decision in 28 fights. And Ismagulov, he's not been a finisher as of late, but I think this is definitely a fight where he could get that finish. He does have 12 knockout wins in 22 fights. He's finished over half of his wins by knockout. So I don't think a knockout is crazy. And I was even looking at like the under 2.5 in that fight. Fight doesn't get the decision. I just really find it hard to see this fight going the distance with just the style of Alves. And it's at plus money too. So very tempted there, but ultimately I just threw a small stab on the Ismagulov wins in round 3. Cody will gas out in round 1. I don't know about that. Coolabell or Rothwell for GPP. I have more Rothwell. Don't have much Coolabell. Don't know much cool about. I think he's a decent play, but I like the other guys around him more. I don't like Garbrandt just because of his COVID case. His gas tank might be an issue after round 1. What to see. I'm not worried about the gas tank. I'm more so worried about the chin and the volume. Love these daytime cards. Yeah, me as well. I like the start time. I don't like waiting till like 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I like getting it, done early. Jeez, relax today. My mistake was going off of MMA Fights podcast. Sparza or Vandera. Let's see. For ownership, I have 40% of Sparza, and I have about 20% Vandera. I did add some more Vandera after Medeiros got out, though. Probably go with Sparza. If she does win, I don't think she's going to, score 100 points, but I do think she can score like 85, maybe 90, depending on how many takedowns she gets. The control time, it all does add up. So probably a Sparza. But if they both win, I do think Vandera probably scores more, but I think the more likely fighter to win is going to be Esparza, at least based off the odds. Exactly. Takedowns equal money, and I do expect Esparza to get a couple takedowns. Jan's good off her back. Scary. Nothing special off her back, but she is pretty active there. Font, Spencer, Dvorak, Silva, Parlay, thoughts. Honestly, if you take out Font, you'll still get plus money on those other 3. Maybe to play Font straight. Font straight is like minus 110. That's not bad. But I do think that hits. Heard Carla talking about getting a sub by Kimura on the ESPN pre-show. I'm personally still big on the over 2.5, but thinking about hedging with a sprinkle on Carla's sub plus 800. I think it's very unlikely, but yeah, she said it. It could happen. She could go for it, but I don't know. I just don't see it. Need some value. Who do you like in the cheap seats? I sprinkled some Vandera. I sprinkled some Rafael Alves because if Alves wins, it's going to be inside the distance. It's going to be probably in that first round. I sprinkled some Victor Rodriguez because if he's going to win, it's going to be in that first round. And then I also have some Shah Yalan. I think, I don't know. I think he's a wild card. Don't know much about this guy. From what I've seen, he looks impressive, but the level of competition is a concern. Joshua Coolabau, I don't think he's nothing special, so I have some Shah Yalan as well. But just pretty much sprinkled the bottom tier. There's value on a sprinkle on Alves by KO plus 1,500. I was thinking more of like if he wins, it's going to be a sub, but yeah, knockout could happen. He's more of like a one-punch guy at a time. Ismagula, very good striking defense. Could happen, but I was thinking more like a sub, if anything, if he does get Ismagulov down. The Carla fights, they stay away even. The distance is scary. Yeah, I do have the distance in a parlay, one of my more comfortable parlay pieces on the card. Would be really shocked if either fighter got a finish there. Watch his interview. Jack got COVID-19. Yeah, that's a red flag. That is a red flag for sure. I agree. Fight will not go the distance with Ismagulov, Alves. Yeah, I'd be surprised if it did, and it's sitting there at plus money. Big Brady, what's up, man? Hope you win big. I like Vandera with the upset over Tafa. I'm with you there. Not going to bet it. I really don't want to put my money on that fight, but I'm picking Vandera personally. But if he needs to go for takedowns, or we'll be in big trouble. Rafa versus Barnett should be labeled who is more likely to have a heart attack. Goodness. I think Barnett is. No problem, David. Herb Clean. What's up, Herb Clean? What's poppin', Brady? Good luck, brother. Good luck to you as well. Most confident DK plays. My most exposed are Bruno Silva, 51%, Rob Font, 50%, Shabazian, 50%, Dvorak, 45%, Rothwell, 45%, Esparza, 40%. I like those quite a bit. I have a lot of Jack Hermanson as well. Have a lot of Spencer. But Silva, Font, and Shabazian are my top 3 in ownership. Would you parlay Esparza, Spencer, and Rothwell? I would not. I would not. If you like Esparza, you play her straight. She's at plus money. Spencer Rothwell could be a decent parlay. On the wait for the comeback, me as well. Parlayed Ismagulov, Alves fight, not go the distance. Vandera under 2.5 rounds. In Rothwell to win. I don't hate it. Probably some good odds there too. If you guys can hit the like button, that would be sweet. Would really, really appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. Esparza's submission game is underrated. Yeah, I guess it is, but you know, I just don't see her submitting Jan. I sprinkle a few money on beyond Esparza and to end in split decision if the line was better. Yeah, I saw somebody talking about that split decision earlier in the week. Mr. Arkansas, defense by the numbers is something you'd like to promote. Is this the real Mr. Arkansas? I don't know if it's the real Mr. Arkansas, but yeah, Mr. Arkansas is doing the Mecha 4 coming up next week. So if you guys want to go check that out, not sure if it's the real Mr. Arkansas. It'd be the first time he's on my channel, but shout out to Mr. Ark. I don't see a positive test as a red flag. We've seen little to no effects for tons of fights, getting a supposed positive test and then coming back to fight in 1 or 2 weeks later with no. It affects everybody different, so you can't really tell. Esparza is 3 feet tall, something like that. Vandera by KO. Yeah, I could see a good yeah, I could see a sub or a KO there. Looks like it is the fake Mr. Ark. People, making fake accounts and stuff. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. All right. Anyway, we're back. Was it Hermanson or the team? I guess it was Hermanson. Vandera not winning. He trains with nobody. There's been plenty of people that train with nobody that win, but it's all up to his game plan. If he wants to stand and strike with Tafa, he loses. If he wants to get the takedown, he can very well win that fight. I'm not betting on it either way. It's not a fight you want to bet on. Exactly. Don't bet on heavyweight fights. If Rothwell loses, he needs to retire. Oh yeah. I think if Rothwell doesn't finish this guy, I think he needs to retire. Too much time on their hands. I agree. What are your most confident fight is not good decision picks? I would say Hermanson and Shabazian. I would say the main event, Font Garbrandt. I would say Bruno Silva Rodriguez. Probably those 3. Heavyweight fights probably do finish. Does that cause doubt on Hermanson? I mean, a little bit. It's something to think about. But either way, I'm not betting Hermanson. I'm betting the under 2.5. I took the under 2.5 plus 145. You're talking about the Ismagulov Alves. Yeah, I don't hate that. I was really tempted on that. Ultimately, just sprinkled that 3rd round prop for Ismagulov. Hopefully, you hit a lot of your bets so the trolls don't get fueled again. Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. It's going to be not going to be as bad as last week. It can go terrible and still be better than last week. Last week was crazy, but yeah, I'm hoping to have a really good week this week. Barnett with the belly slam, possibly. Most likely to get out of the closet, MMA fighter. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't know about you guys, but Barnett looks good. In what way? He's fought like nobody. And when he does fight somebody somewhat relevant, he loses. Anyone know why the fights this week or next week are starting so early? Fights this week and next week. I don't think we have fights next week. I don't see Yan Janan losing it at minus 110. I like her. I was kind of tempted. I was going to wait and see if she got to plus money. Let's see what the line is for that now. Yeah, minus 110. Shout out to you for waiting all week because the line has came down a lot. Looks like more money came back in on her. Yeah, I saw her at minus 110 as well earlier, but yeah, that line's gone. So it looks like some more money came on Yan as of late. But yeah, the line move on this one's been crazy. Look at this, minus 180. Currently minus 118. It seems like everybody has a bet on Esparza, and I mean, I can't hate on it. Plus money is probably the way to go, but this fight can go either way. What do you know about Ronderos? Yeah, watched some tape on the guy. Was not able to find much. I mean, the guy has 4 fights. Watched some amateur fights as well. Just looks like a really solid wrestler. And that's what he goes to early and often. I just don't know if that style is going to really work against Dvorak, especially on short notice. I don't know how his cardio is going to be. It looks like his, the game plan that he does come in with, it does look like it expends a lot of cardio. So I don't know if he's going to be prepared for that. What percentage of fights finish on the whole card? Let's take a look. I think there's gonna be a lot of finishes. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll say like 5 or 6 fights finish today. I think there'll be a decent amount, maybe like half of them. Who's the most alive? Who's the most live dog? I think Vandera's a live dog. I think Shah Yalan's a live dog. I think Esparza's a live dog. Even Ricardo Ramos is probably a live dog. A couple of them this week. Thoughts on Spencer getting a sub? Yeah, I thought about it. I can see it. I was thinking like maybe like a late, maybe like a second or third round sub. I think Dumont's cardio is probably not the best. I don't know if she's going to be able to hang with the style of Spencer. I think Spencer could get her out of there early or late, my bad. Spencer by submission. Yeah, the bookies are all over that. Plus 265 because I can see like a ground and pound victory as well. Spencer inside the distance plus 200 is not terrible. Plus 240, not horrible. Let's see what Spencer wins in round 3. That's 1150 plus 1000. Spencer wins round 2 plus 625. So the odds makers are kind of thinking Spencer gets to finish here as well. I'm kind of with them. I can see a decision, maybe like a late finish. But ultimately, I do need Spencer to win. I have her in a parlay. That guy that dances, yeah, he does dance. He's like the heavyweight Michelle Pereira. It's pretty funny. Can't wait to see it. Chalon to get 4 more takedowns. Man, I'm probably leaning towards no, but I just don't know enough about the guy. Adesanya's already out of the closet. I don't know. Jordan Levitt, the Monkey King. Yeah, the Monkey King fights. I think next fight card he fights. We're not going to be like Andy Ruiz and shock everyone. Yeah, it shocked me for sure. Yeah, over 50%. Yeah, I'd kind of lean towards the over 50% as well. Spencer good as a last piece in cash. Yeah, I have her in cash. I feel like I like my cash lineup quite a bit today. But yeah, I have Spencer in cash. Brady, your best 2-fight parlay is Magulov and Bruno Silva. I think Dvorak's a solid parlay piece. I think even Rothwell's a solid parlay piece. I think that the co-main goes to the distance is a solid parlay piece. What do you think of Diego Sanchez getting back to the UFC and getting a final fight since he dumped Fabia? I'd like to see that. I would like to see that. I'd like to see one last fight. Yeah, that's crazy. Don't bet Esparza. She's like 3 feet tall. Trust me, I'm not betting that fight either way. Mistaken Spoon. What's up, Mistaken Spoon? First, thanks for all the hard work. For doing all the work. Much appreciated. What do you think the highest 3 fights will be for points? I think Hermanson, Shabazian. I think Silva, Rodriguez winner. And I want to say the main event. And I'll say the main event as well. What's up, Brian? Finally made it. What's good, Brady? How's it hanging? It's hanging pretty good, man. Looking forward to these fights. Solid fight card ahead of us. Is the first fight still in 35 minutes? I have no clue. They didn't officially change it or push it back, but I have a feeling they're gonna do one of those things where they start at 4, but they're going to do like 30 minutes of promos, which sucks. Ronderos might pull off the upset just because he is a sparring partner of Dvorak. Maybe. Biggest scorer, I'd say Bruno Silva. Where Muniz Barbosa parlay hit last week. I'm ready to take another Hail Mary. There you go. Good hit there. Esparza wins. Doug Rose versus Esparza 2. Possibly. I think they're talking about, the winner of this fight could get a title shot. Mon is Brazilian. They know BJJ. Yes, she is a brown belt in BJJ for sure. Seems like the majority of the Brazilians do have that BJJ background. I have a Hail Mary parlay at Spencer Hermanson, both by sub in round 1, plus 8,000. Good luck to you. That'd be a crazy hit. What's up, Rob? Good luck to you, Brady. Let's get some cash money. I agree. Let's get it. I have a gut feeling with the Dumont upset somehow. I want to bet it. How could she pull it off? She's not going to submit Spencer. She's not going to knock her out. It had to be by decision. So if you like Dumont, maybe the decision prop something to look at, which is Dumont by decision is plus 255, plus 240, plus 240, plus 275. So If you're on the Dumont side, I think I'd be shocked if she finished Spencer when Nunez and Cyborg couldn't. Shalion will knock at 4 takedowns. Kulabao trains with Volkanovski. Yeah, I mean, maybe he gets a couple, but I don't know about 4. That's a ton. How many finishes do you think there'll be tonight? I'm leaning like around 5 or 6. Kulabao KO first round, possibly. Aaron, Brady F, anyone who jumped on you last weekend. Everyone has bad nights. Skids, your picks are logical and well thought out. Good luck tonight. Appreciate that, Aaron. Yeah, last week was crazy. What's the deal with DK showing Nurmagomedov now showing to fight Kulabao? I don't know. Jack can hammer the kid. Hope UFC build on Edmund, though. He is a good prospect, but just still too young. Yeah, weird matchup. You think they would want to, get him like a nice bounce back fight, give him somebody a little bit easier. I'm not saying he can't win this fight, but you know what I mean. If Shabazian loses, is he done as a prospect? No, the dude's like 23 years old. Uncle Weezy in the house. Sub Brady, let's win. Let's get this money tonight. I agree. Let's get this money. Is there a Fight Pass package that includes the pay-per-views as well? I think if you have Fight Pass, you'll get the pay-per-views at a discount. At least I think. Hey, Brady, just wondering if you have a 2-leg parlay this week or sticking to the singles and props. I have Ismagulov parlay with Bruno Silva. Got it at minus 162. I'm not sure what it is now. The Silva line's been crushed all week. He's like minus 400 on some books. I got him at like minus 278. All right, Brady, listen, that's free money. Just bet on the underdog and double every time the underdog loses on the next dog. One time it'll stop and profit will be the least amount of your first bet. I mean, not my style, but if that's working for you, keep going on it. As of all the dogs are at least plus money, yeah, it could work. Do you like to watch the fights you bet on, or do they stress you out too much like me? It all depends. It all depends on, how I'm feeling. I like to try to enjoy the fights, sit back and watch them. But there are, some instances where you do stress a little bit, especially if it's not going your way. Good luck, bro. I'm out going to smoke a fatty before the fights. Hope you get a good bag. Appreciate that, Carlo. Hopefully you do as well. Ooh, what's up, God? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, DFS? What do you think to start the night? Rafael Alves at plus 425, or that bout fight doesn't go. Fight doesn't go at plus 120. I love my plus money. Yeah. I mean, I hope Alves doesn't win. I mean, I have some solid money on Ismagulov, but I'd probably go with the fight doesn't get the decision. Just be a little bit safer. It covers both sides, plus 120. Because if Alves does win, it's going to be inside the distance. I'd be shocked if he won a decision against Ismagulov. And then also covers the other side where Ismagulov could possibly finish Alves as well. So I'd probably go with the plus 120 there. It covers both sides for you. One must roster. I'll have to go with probably Bruno Silva is my favorite. What round do you think Rob finishes in? And will Dvorak finish? I think Rob, really any round. I could see it early. I could see it late. Hard to pick around there. And will Dvorak finish? I'm leaning towards yes, he does. I wonder if they have lines out for that. Was waiting for lines all morning. They didn't have them yet. Taking their time, which is understandable. The fight was just booked. I do not. Oh, there it is. Okay, they have props. Under 2.5 rounds, minus 135. See what Dvorak KO plus 135. Dvorak inside the distance, minus 125. Dvorak inside the distance, plus 105. I think that's on 5 dimes. I don't have access to 5 dimes, so that sucks. But yeah, plus money inside the distance, not terrible. Look on, was that Sport Bet? Yeah, Sport Bet as well. But yeah, I think he could finish at minus 125. I'm not going to touch it. But if I saw it at plus 105, I'd probably take a shot there. But yeah, a minus 125 on Bet Online, not really good enough for me personally. All right. Got a prop parlay of Ismagulov to win in the second round and Hermanson to win in the third. 9 pays 572. What do you think? Yeah, I can see it. It's going to be hard to hit something like that, but yeah, I can see it. Stack the main in cash. I'm not. I'm not playing Cody in cash. I went with Font instead. Just the low volume of Cody in his last fight just really concerns me. If he does not get that knockout, he probably does not score well. If he does not get that first round knockout, he probably does not score well. Like the dude got a second round knockout in the very last second of last fight, and he scored like 80 points. So I don't know. Hermanson Chen is suspect, but I love him as a fighter. Hope he gets it done. Yeah, he needs to go for takedowns early and often. Yana's up next. The fights are on ESPN Plus. Yes, they are. I don't know if they're on ESPN as well, but I'm going to be watching them on ESPN Plus. I got Ismagulov, Dvorak, and Rothwell. Probably close to plus money there. I like it. Let's go, my guy Rob, for the win. Also, hope the Vegas trip was awesome. Yeah, the Vegas was pretty sweet. And yeah, I'm with you. I like Rob as well. Is Ismagulov, Bruno Silva, Koulibaly a good parlay in your eyes? I think it hits, but I'm very, very iffy on Koulibaly. The line movement on Koulibaly fight has been really weird because I don't see anybody picking Sha Yilong. Not one person. Not one person. And we see it money pouring in on Sha Liang. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know one person taking a shot on Sha, and the line is moving crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Weird. I'm not confident in Koulibaly, but I do still think he wins. Bruno Silva, yeah, it's plus 500. I don't hate it. I'm watching from Nigeria. Please, what is the official time for the games today? The games or the fights, they start in about 25 minutes officially, but I think they might do like some promos and stuff as well. I got to bet the Asian guy with the tiny hat. Top 2 dogs on the card. Yeah, not many great dog options. If I had to pick a couple, I think I'd go with Vandera. As ugly as that sounds, I'd go with Ramos. If we're talking DraftKings, I really like Shabazian at 7,300 on DraftKings. He's going to be one of my highest owned fighters on DraftKings. Spencer lasted 5 rounds with Nunez. Either wins by sub or points. Don't see Dumont getting a KO or TKO. I'm right there with you. I agree. Brady, my brother, Olenek or Spivak? I know you're a big Olenek guy, as am I, but man, what is he, like 43, 44? I think Spivak does get it done, but I don't know. It's tough. Like Spivak's going to want to not take this fight down to the mat, where typically he likes going to the mat. He's going to want to try to strike with Olenek. At that point, I probably still favor Spivak there. So I'll go Spivak. I'm interested to see what the line is. I think it might be something crazy, though, because Olenek's been on a little bit of a skid as of late. I found that FanDuel Sportsbook gives the best odds, but doesn't offer every prop. Yeah, they don't go crazy on the props, but yeah, they do definitely give the best odds for sure. Spencer took a lot of damage. Yes, she did, but man, is she tough. Bruno inside the distance plus Rothwell inside the distance plus 244. I think both those happen. Rothwell, Spencer parlay for me. I think that hits. Hermanson doesn't have a bad chin. He's got one of them Diaz chins where they will get dropped but recover fast. Yeah, a lot of people think he's chinny. I don't know. His chin's not, amazing. But yeah, he can be dropped. He can be knocked out. Do you like Algio by KO? I actually don't hate it. I think it was at like a crazy line too, because Ramos has never lost by decision. Ramos has been finished in all 3 of his losses. Algio by KO. And Algio is going to bring the fight. He's going to throw a ton of volume. So yeah, the KO could be there, or Algio by KO. Yeah, man. Plus 565 for Algio by KO, plus 600. It's not terrible. Not terrible. It probably does go to decision, but yeah, if Algio does win, there's a chance it could be by KO. The Czar loves Sha Yilan. There you go. At least somebody's picking the dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a tough fight to call. I think the line's way off. We'll have to see. Maybe he's not UFC caliber. It's on Sha. Yeah, did Clint pull the trigger on Sha there? Yeah, the line has moved a ton today. Rob KO, Bruno KO. I like both of those. I think they both win. House on Sha. He's just as big. Yeah, the dude's big. The dude's jacked. Brady Ma, what's up, Vince? How you doing? Good luck tonight. I think it's easy parlay. Rothwell and Dvorak. Am I off? No, actually, yeah, don't hate that. Don't hate that. at all. Wonder what the line is on that one. Yeah, I wonder what the line is on that one. Especially Rothwell's price is blown up throughout the week. Dvorak's around minus 500, so probably around like the minus 200 range for that. I agree, it's not the worst chin, but he gets dropped too easily for my liking. I would not compare it to the Diaz. Yeah, I would not compare his durability to Diaz Bros, really. I miss your live sometimes, but I always check in to your uploads. I made a lot of money with you, so I can't miss that valuable insight. Appreciate that, God. Why not Rothwell and Dvorak? Easy money. Yeah, I'm playing Rothwell inside the distance at plus 115. That line has now gone to like minus 125. Dvorak, I was going to be looking at Dvorak inside the distance, but minus 125, I'm just going to pass there. If you can get it at plus money, probably a solid look there, but minus 125, don't love it too much. Do you think Vettori does it next pay-per-view? He's only gotten better. It's a tough fight. It's a very interesting fight. I don't know. Adesanya's a really big favorite in that fight too. I guess the concern I have is maybe the cardio of Vettori. The cardio is definitely a concern. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I know everybody's going to be taking Adesanya, but I think the line probably is off. Genie, Oleinik is the oldest heavyweight currently. Yeah, crazy. The champ, Overeem, cut. JDS, cut. Oleinik is still here and whooping young guns. The champ. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The guy, I think he's like 44, 43. That's crazy. Wonder how long he's going to go. The Czar, not much value on that. Yeah, it's probably like minus 200, but still, I think it probably does hit there. Victor Rodriguez gets it done. I sure hope not. I sure hope he doesn't. But if he does, I have the fight doesn't go to decision in that fight as well. Am I still riding with Court McGee? Yes, I am. Got him at plus 100. He is now like minus 115, minus 120. Don't hate the shot there. As an underdog, where it's at now, I'd probably pass, but I do like that plus money shot. DFS, my brother, gonna do some chores. You have a good luck later today, and thanks, brother. Good luck to you as well, Genie. Hopefully you do well on your picks. Ricardo Ramos is suspect. He got knocked out in his last fight by a punch that didn't even look like it landed clean. Yeah, it could be. Could be. Favorite plays. My favorite plays probably the Ismagulov Silva parlay minus 162. Shabazian, Hermanson under 2.5. I'd say those two are probably my favorite there. The Silva Rodriguez fight doesn't get the decision. I like that one as well. How many times will Thug Rose defend the belt? I don't know. Maybe a couple. We'll have to see. I wonder, are they doing that? Are they doing the rematch? I didn't hear about it. But curious to see where they do line that fight in the rematch. I think they might put Rose as probably a favorite. It is when I'm putting 2,500 on it. There you go. I like easy money. Cameron Darrow's win. I mean, anybody can win. It's a UFC fight. It's just a tough task for him to ask. Come in here short notice against Dvorak, who is very good, very well rounded, especially with his style. I don't know. I just don't see it. Is Magula Dvorak, Rothwell, Bruno, 4 legs is sketchy though? Yeah, I think it's a great week for parlays. I have a 3-legger myself. 4 legs is sketchy, but I think they win. Victor Rodriguez inside the distance. Yeah, if he does win, it's going to be inside the distance. Will he finish or win by decision? Court McGee, it will be a decision, or maybe like a late 3rd round finish, but probably decision. Plus 425 for a Barrett finish. I'm sending it last time I hit with Jardistanio under similar circumstances. Yeah, good call on that. I mean, anything can happen, but Rothwell hasn't been finished in over 10 years? I think, right? Rothwell does not get finished. He's been knocked out 2 times, I think, which is crazy for heavyweight. But yeah, I'd be shocked if that happened, but good luck to you. What's up, Brian? Good luck, Brady and Chad. I'm sitting this card out. Took a beating last card. Yeah, I took a beating as well. It seems like everybody took a beating last card. How confident on Font? I'm pretty confident. I mean, I just like some of the advantages. The volume advantage is a big one. The durability advantage is a big one. And also the 6-inch reach advantage is a big one. But could Cody knock him out? Yeah, he could. Cody has a ton of power. But like I said, nobody's ever knocked out Rob Font. Nobody's ever even knocked down Rob Font. So I'm leaning on the durability of Font to get it done here. Thanks, DFS. No problem, Czar. Good luck to you. What's up, Hudson? Haven't looked at this card at all. Not doing DK this week. Which fights should be most exciting? I really liked Dvorak and Paiva. That's scratched. The main event. The main event. I know it's a boring answer, but the main event. I think Hermanson Shabazian. I'm really excited to see that fight. It might not be an exciting fight. It might end early, or it might be Jack taking him down, grinding him out, getting him out of there. But I do really want to see that fight. I was drunk and put 500 on T-Ferg right before the fight. Most painful fight I've ever watched. Oh, man. It happens. Yeah, Ferguson did not look great. Brady Cody has elite hand speed. Yes, he does. He's going to be the much faster fighter indeed. Chris Barnett via cartwheel kick. Sunset drop font, not officially. Definitely think Edmund wins inside 2 rounds. Very possible. I hope he does. I hope he does have that under 2.5. Pretty heavy on it. The Czar killed that card. There you go. Brad John sucks. Yeah, apparently, man. Apparently he does. Wow. I didn't even get to see the fight, but I heard like he got laid on for 3 rounds. Luckily, I was able to leave him out of my parlays. So bummed I have a fight missing from my parlays. I had Dvorak in a couple of them. I mean, you can re-add him with this new guy, Ronderos, but it's like minus 500. Shabazian, round 1 KO. Possible. Sorry, got in late. Why McGee over Silva? Well, Silva's 38, about to be 39, has 1 round of cardio. McGee never been submitted. McGee, solid takedown defense, solid good up game. Could Silva submit him in the first round? Possibly. But if not, like I think McGee clearly wins those second 2. So got to kind of watch out for that first round. If you are on Silva, take a look at the first round prop because it looks like the dude has like a couple minutes of cardio and he's not getting any younger. Sunset beat Font, yes he did, and Cody beat a Sunset, but the 2 fights were at different points in a Sunset's career. Yeah, when Sunset beat Font, Sunset was what, like 34, 35? And then when Cody beat a Sunset was like 38, about to be 39, something like that. So yeah, 100% agree. I had Sabatello, nice. Yeah, he was a big dog. What's your bet on Spencer? So I had Chris Cyborg parlayed with Felicia Spencer, parlayed with the co-main event goes to decision at plus 115. Cyborg got it done. Cyborg got it done. Just need to get Spencer, and the fight goes the distance to get done as well. Don't usually do the 3-leggers, but I think Cyborg's an exception there. More likely to win Barnett or V-Rod, I'd say, I don't know. It's a heavyweight fight. I'd say Barnett, I guess. I'm taking Dvorak, Rothwell, Shabazian in a parlay or straight. Probably a decent-sized parlay, but you probably should bet Shabazian straight. The dude's plus money there. How much money do you think the bookies made on Ngannou versus Lewis? Probably a ton. Were you surprised the Cyborg fight went just about 25 minutes? Not really. Not completely surprised. Smith's very, very durable, very tough. So I don't know. She was able to last. She got dropped a million times, but yeah, I'd say I was a little bit surprised. People were crapping on Cyborg last night. Like it was crazy. Like she put on a masterclass performance, destroyed Leslie Smith, and people were crapping on Cyborg saying she's overrated. I just don't get it. I guess people were expecting her to win the first couple seconds of the fight. Maybe she wanted to play around with her food a little bit. Alves is live to win. Warning, Alves is huge. Yes, he's huge. Everybody's live to win. It's a fight, but man, I'd be really surprised. The only thing that concerns me about Nizmagulov is that layoff, though. Since when are we making bets based on size? Yeah, never. Alves is the can crusher. He looked awful when I watched his fights. Yeah, I was not impressed with Alves. The dude's dangerous. He goes after it, but the cardio's not there. The durability's not there. The wrestling's probably not there. And if he does not get down Ismagulov, it's going to be a long night for Alves, or even a short night for Alves. He's a tank. 94% on Ismagulov. Yep, 94% on Tapology are on Ismagulov. That is true. Yeah, I do think Ismagulov gets it done. Outside of Alves, getting him out of there early, which anything can happen, but pretty confident in Ismagulov. All right. Alves looked like a beast. Yes, he did. The dude was jacked city. I was making weight is the biggest victory he'll get this weekend. Goodness, yeah. They made him come up 10 pounds for this fight card. I was actually curious to see if he would make weight or not, but he did. Suggestion, Brady, could you do a few videos for Noodles to reference with game lines, betting strategies, money management? Could do some good views. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to start adding some new content as well. That could be something to look at for sure. Okay, I'm being devil's advocate. Nothing wrong with that. Deep people's hats are the best for MMA. MMA Shaw via KO. Wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to be watching UFC on my phone. I got MMA up on my TV. Oh no, I'm not going to be watching MMA. I'm going to be watching some UFC. Yeah, I'm not much of an NBA guy. What are your thoughts on Ramos versus Bill? Another fight that can really go either way. I think Ramos is probably the better fighter, but you have Algio who has those attributes, the toughness, the cardio, the output. I think is huge as well. But man, we'll have to see. Definitely staying away from that one. McKee in round 3, probably something crazy, man. I'd say it's likely, but Claudio Silva, don't think he's ever been finished. He's very tough. He's a very tough guy. I think McGee by decision is probably the way to go, but Court McGee to win in round 3 is going to be something crazy, probably like 1,600. McGee round 3 is plus 1,600, plus 1,400. I don't know. Silva's tough. McGee's more of a decisionator. I'd lean towards no, but you never know. Silva might gas out bad and just fall over. Uncle Weezy finally got my lineups in, ready to enjoy the fights. There you go. I had to do my lineups and then go through them by hand and change them, which sucked after the Medeiros fight got off. Who won? Nobody yet. The fights start really soon. Some good NBA games today. Made some cash on the Bucks first half today. There you go. I don't know, but the Taffa fight, yeah, tough fight to call. Heavyweight fight. Could go either way. Tell you one thing, I wouldn't lay the minus 180 on Taffa there. His wife had a miscarriage the day before the weigh-ins of the last fight. He said he didn't want to fight and intentionally missed. Yep, I saw that as well. Interesting. I think he should have probably just pulled out, but yeah, that did happen. That did happen. NBA is fixed. Suns minus 2.5 tomorrow. You think we can get that under 2.5 for the Ismagulov fight? Yeah, man, I have a decent feeling that this fight is inside the distance. Like Ismagulov, he's not been a finisher as of late, but you take a look at him. He has 12 knockout wins in 22 fights. That's over half his wins by knockout. Alves has never lost by decision. He's a killer be killed fighter. He's lost by knockout 3 times, lost by submission 6 times. So I think there's a solid chance that this fight does finish. And if Alves wins, it's going to be in the first round. So yeah, I don't hate that. How does Court McGee win over Robert Whittaker a while ago? Shabazi and KO. I can see it. Court McGee fight good. The distance minus 180. Yeah, it was a better price early in the week. I think it was like minus 160 early in the week, but yeah, I think it does. Is Alves usually a featherweight? Ismagulov is an absolute killer. Why is it not the main card? Yeah. Last fight against Sabatini was at featherweight, and the dude missed weight by a ton. I forget what it was, like 13 pounds, 14 pounds. But yeah, they put him up a weight class here. But yeah, he's pretty much a featherweight, I believe. But he has fought at 155 before, I think. Alves trains with Colby Covington. That is true. So many underdogs win on Bellator. That's where the money is. Yeah. I like to stay away from, parlaying a million favorites together because, yeah, more often than not, some of these guys do lose. And last night there were like a bunch of dogs that hit as well. I only had one bet and it was on Cyborg. Let's see what we got here. All right. Alrighty. So let's take a look at the Tapology predictions here. See what we got. Okay, so Rob Font, Cody Garbrandt, got 54% Rob Font, 46% Cody Garbrandt. It makes sense. I kind of expected it to be the other way around. I thought Cody Garbrandt would be getting some more love. Fan favorite. Maybe people don't really know about Rob Font. But yeah, I agree here. I think it's fine. Probably should be closer to the 50-50 mark. Jan Janon, Esparza, 24% Esparza, 76% Jan. That surprises me, especially considering the line movement. It seems like everybody has a bet on Carla Esparza this week. I mean, I don't blame you, especially at the plus 150, plus 160 where she opened. But man, 76% on Jinan. That's pretty crazy to me. Hit up the chat real quick. You as well, Chris. Know a good site to stream. I do not. Curious why you're more confident in Bruno versus Dvorak. I'm confident in both. More so Bruno because at least I know a little bit more about Bruno's opponent than Dvorak. Fans need to stop mentioning what fighters train with good fighters. It's irrelevant. Artem trains with Connor. Yeah, I don't take a look into it too much. Should I bet on Kulabao? No, you probably should not. I got Font. Kulabao KO, potentially. I'd confidently take Rob, to be honest. Only way he's going to lose is to be lights out, and I can't see it. I'd confidently take Rob. Yeah, I'm with you on Rob as well. But getting into the next fight, we have Tafa 79% and Vandera 21%. So I'm personally going Vandera, but I can see a scenario where Tafa does knock him out. But that said, like Vandera has a good chin. He has a very good chin. He's very durable for a heavyweight. If Vandera does go to that ground game, I think he's very live here. It's just I can't trust him to do that. That's why I'm not putting my money on it, but I will pick Vandera. 79% for Tafa, which I get it. Vandera looked awful his last fight against Survey Spivak, so I get it. Tafa looked really good in a loss his last fight, so yeah, I get that. But personally, I'm going with Vandera. Felicia Spencer, Norbert Dumont, 91% for Spencer, 9% Dumont. So looks like Spencer's one of the more confident picks on the entire card for everybody. And yeah, I get it. It's just weird, especially earlier in the week. So much money came in on the Dumont side. She got down to like minus 145 Spencer. So it looks like more money as of now has been coming back on Spencer. But yeah, judging from the Tapology votes, she should be like minus 400 or something crazy like that. But I do like Spencer to get it done. Just weird seeing the line this close. Like I don't get it. I do not get it. Bill Algio, Ricardo Ramos. Yeah, this is very interesting here. I have not seen many people on the Ramos side. I'm personally picking Ramos, but I've seen a lot of people on Bill Algio. So I kind of expected that to be flipped and even like more so in favor for Algio here. But yeah, this probably should be close to 50-50. Really close fight, can go either way, but that's very interesting there. Another one I find interesting, Hermanson, 71% of people are picking Hermanson. Compare it to 29% Shabazian. That's interesting. If the Derek Brunson fight never happened, you got to imagine 90% of people would be picking Shabazian, 80% of people would be picking Shabazian, but it did happen. So I get it. Shabazian, not a great performance last time. Hermanson definitely has potential to win this fight, but yeah, I think that could be a little bit too wide there. I think this fight's actually closer than the predictions are going with here. Vandera gets him out inside of 2, possibly. What are the most safest picks? I'd say Ismagulov and Bruno Silva. Do you use Verdict? I think I used it once, just couldn't get into it. I got Spencer and Bruno parlay. I like it, probably close to plus money there, depending on when you bet it. McGee, Cody, Esparza parlay. McGee, Cody. I would not parlay any of them, but if you do, it's probably a good line if it does hit. Vandera's a good pump. I agree. I have some Vandera on DraftKings. Not going to go crazy on it, but I think he has potential. Spencer, Jack Attack. What's good, Jack Attack? How you doing? Bill Algio got this. He could. I mean, this fight's close. I think it's going to probably go to decision. And I don't know. I like Algio too. I'm going to foot the Bill Algio. There you go. Hermanson is so well-rounded, but Edmund will make the first round real for him. If he can weather the storm, the cardio will come into play, and that goes against Edmund. Exactly. What's your biggest underdog win? I had 100 on Andrew Ruiz and 1.1 versus Joshua. As of late, my biggest underdog win probably was Brett Johns a couple months ago against Montel Jackson. He was a pretty big underdog there. Forget what the line was. I think it was like plus 240, plus 250, something crazy like that. Silva KO, Fon KO. Yes. Spencer by finish and her under the 2.5 rounds. Don't hate it. Bro, who you betting on? I'm on Ismagulov, Silva parlay. I have Hermanson, Shabazian under 2.5 rounds. Have quite a bit. Edmund fight doesn't go to decision. Yes. I'd be really shocked if this fight went the distance. My DK lineup had 1,500 left over this week or last week. Yeah, last week I had a ton of salary left on the table. But getting back to this, taking a look, Silva McGee. Yeah, this is Rothwell, Barnett. 80% Rothwell, 20% Barnett. Actually think it could probably be a little bit wider. I think Rothwell probably should be in that 90% range, but I get a lot of people taking a shot on Barnett. Rothwell's not looked all that great, but I just think there's levels to this for sure. And Rothwell is at another level above Barnett here. I think Rothwell does get it done inside the distance. And like I said earlier on my live stream last night, if he does not finish this guy, he probably should hang the gloves up. That'd be pretty embarrassing. But I think those votes are fine. Yeah, this is interesting. Silva, 81%, McGee, 19%. That's very interesting, especially considering the line when McGee is a slight favorite. Probably should be closer to 50-50, especially with Silva. His one path to victory is probably a first-round finish. The gas tank's an issue. The age is an issue for sure. But yeah, that's interesting. I think the line should be, or the vote should be a little bit closer there. Bruno Silva, Victor Rodriguez. Honestly surprised Silva's not closer to that 90% of picks. 14% going with Rodriguez, which is very interesting. I'm personally on Silva. I'm on him pretty high. But yeah, maybe Rodriguez can knock him out in the first round. I just don't think it's all that likely. Josh Kulabau, Shah Yulan. Not even going to try to pronounce that. Kulabau, 83%. Honestly, not comfortable with this pick, but I do think Kulabau probably gets it done. I know a lot of people parlaying Kulabau. Good luck to you. There's just not enough info for me on Shah Yulan, but I do think he wins. So we got in the chat. We'll get out of here about 5 minutes. Good luck to you as well, Brad. When do the fights usually start? They're pushing it back because of the fight cancellation. Yes, they are. I think they're going to push it back probably like 15 minutes. I don't think they officially changed the time, but I think they're going to do some promos and stuff like that. If Marvin Vettori stays at plus 300, I'm going to play him. Yeah, I'm curious to see where the line goes. Rothwell will lose by leg kick KO. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Should I bet on Spencer? I don't know about women's MMA. Yeah, I don't hate the Spencer bet. All right, and then finally, Dvorak, Ronderos. 96% Dvorak probably makes sense. Medeiros, Hadjovic is off, sadly, and then Ismagulov, 94% over Alves, probably does make sense there. So just wanted to go through the Tapology votes. Just some of the ones that are a little bit weird is the Silva, 81%. I thought that was off. Even the Spencer, 91%, probably a little bit too wide there. Tafa, 79 is a little crazy. And then the Jan is very crazy, 76%. I think that should be closer to 50-50. All right, but before we get out of here, I will quickly go through my bets, and then I'm going to get it set up for the fights. Watch Silva get KO'd. I sure hope not. I sure hope he doesn't. All right, so getting into the bets here, we have, starting with the first fight of the night, I have Ismagulov in a parlay. I got him at minus 530 in that parlay. The line hasn't really changed much. I thought it would kind of get a little bit wider as the fight went on. And then I also have a small sprinkle, 0.25 units on Ismagulov wins by third round KO, plus 1,100. Getting into the next fight, which is going to be the Kulabau Shah Yulan fight, have nothing for it. The picks, Kulabau, don't feel great about it. I was kind of looking at the under 2.5, but not going to pull anything there. Bruno Silva closes out that parlay. Silva parlay with Ismagulov, minus 162, 2 units on it. And then also have Bruno Silva, Victor Rodriguez fight doesn't go to decision, minus 150, 1.5 units on it. Claudia Silva, Court McGee. I have Court McGee, 1 unit plus 100. Got it right before that line flip, which I do like. And then Rothwell Barnett. Rothwell wins inside the distance, plus 115. 1 unit on that as well. Algio Ramos, no bet here. I think it's going to be a really close fight. Can go either way. The picks, Ramos, I just don't feel great about that one. Hermanson Shabazian, I really like the under 2.5. I have 2 units on it at minus 165. I think somebody gets finished, whether it's Edmund getting the finish early or Hermanson getting the finish late. Dvorak, Ronderos, the picks of Dvorak, no action. Decent parlay piece, I'd say, but I already have my parlay. Spencer Dumont, I have Spencer in a parlay with the Jan Esparza fight goes to decision, and also with Chris Cyborg. Cyborg got it done, so hopefully these fighters get it done as well. Tafa Vendera, no bet for sure. You got to be somewhat crazy to bet on this fight, in my opinion. Picks Vendera. If he does come out here with a good game plan, I think he can win, but I don't know. You can't trust him. Rob Font, Cody Garbrandt. I do have Rob Font. 1 unit, minus 118. Didn't get the best line. I think it's like minus 110 now. And then I have half a unit on Rob Font wins by KO at plus 165. So Yeah, guys, that's about it. That's the action for tonight. Hopefully it all works out. Hopefully it's a good week. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here. Shabazian 40% in DraftKings. Wow, yeah, he's gonna, yeah, as expected. I have like 50%, so a little bit over the field to him. Spencer is a heavy fave. She's only ever lost to Nunez and Cyborg, and her opponent has some crappy wins on her record. I'm expecting a finish. I'm with you there. Probably a late finish. Could it garbage? I don't know about that. I spread out a few parlays, so I'm feeling confident tonight. As long as no crazy underdog stories tonight, then I'm good. Yeah, well, good luck to you guys. If you guys can hit the like on the way out, also subscribe. Getting really close to that 11K mark, so that'd be sweet to get there in the near future. If you want to support me more, you can sign up on the Patreon, get in the Discord. I do have 3 bets for the next card already. Was able to get in on some early lines for next card. Lots of stuff sticking out for the next card. But yeah, with all that away, good luck tonight, guys. Looking to bounce back from last week's disaster. And yeah, let's get it, guys. Good luck. Enjoy the fights, and let's make some money for UFC Vegas 27. We'll talk to you soon.